Hello everybody, this is your news report and second stimulus check update for December 7th. Happy Monday everybody, I hope you're having a great day so far. Now we have a lot of news in regards to your second stimulus payment and our second stimulus checks. According to Fox News, the DC mayor says $1,200 stimulus payments are set to be distributed to some residents. The mayor said we will invest a portion of our CARES Act funding to provide a round of local stimulus. With pandemic unemployment assistance set to expire at the end of this month, DC government will be providing a $1,200 one-time stimulus payment to unemployed Washington, D.C. residents. And according to CNBC, Congress aims to fund government for a week to buy time for spending. Democratic leaders have also backed a bipartisan $908 billion proposal as the basis for an emergency aid bill. Now, with all this breaking news, when exactly will we get our second stimulus payment? Well, to find out, be sure to stay until the end of the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss all of the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. And let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress must pass more stimulus relief before the end of the year.
Hung on for most of the year to survive a few more months. We need a second round of the job-saving Paycheck Protection Program for the workers at the hardest hit establishments. Some major parts of the historic CARES Act have already run dry. Many others are set to expire at year's end and more. We tried to send more than $100 billion to help schools and welcome students and teachers safely to the classroom. We tried to implement common sense legal protections that universities and charities have been clamoring for. We've tried to pass all of this over and over again. But Speaker Pelosi and the Senate Democratic leader have blocked it. They've been very transparent about all this with their political strategies, laid it right out there. Speaker of the House spent the entire summer and the entire autumn literally gambling with the health and welfare of the American people. And Democrats could continue demanding the right to remake all of society along far left lines of our surging from coast to coast. The American people have gone entirely without any additional aid, even the least controversial, most bipartisan programs, because the Democrats say no.
Folks, tell me what you think about Mitch McConnell in the comments down below. Is he the politician to blame for holding back our second stimulus payment? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. And according to Fox News, the DC mayor says $1,200 stimulus payments are set to be distributed to some residents. DC Mayor Bowser announced one-time $1,200 stimulus payments for some Washington, D.C. residents that are financially affected by the pandemic during a press conference on Monday. This is great news because now Washington, D.C., New Mexico, Colorado, and even Missouri have already began giving their citizens $1,200 stimulus payments. Folks, leave a comment down below. Do you think that your city will do the same? The mayor of D.C. told reporters, "We will invest a portion of our CARES Act funding to provide a round of local stimulus. With pandemic unemployment assistance set to expire at the end of this month, D.C. government will be providing a $1,200 one-time stimulus payment to unemployed Washingtonians and have been participating in the pandemic unemployment assistance program as of November 31st. And the mayor said, "We estimate that we can reach about 20,000 citizens with these payments." Other cities, including St. Paul and Pittsburgh, have also decided to experiment direct payments to residents amid the economic uncertainty of the pandemic. Mayor Bowser's announcement comes after politicians on both the left and the right have called for an additional round of stimulus checks for American families. And according to CNBC, Congress aims to extend government funding for an additional week, while lawmakers try to scrape together spending and relief packages. The House plans to vote Wednesday on the short-term measure to keep the government running through December 18th. Funding will lapse on Saturday if Congress cannot approve a spending bill. According to Politico, plans for a one-week extension are still on the table. The decision to buy more time comes as lawmakers rush to reach an agreement both on a broad appropriations plan and a stimulus package to boot the healthcare system and economy.
First off, let's break down this indication. Is this a commitment or a gut feeling?
Anne-Marie, this to me is a little bit more of an intuition, of a gut feeling. This is not Cassidy saying that Trump referencing. It's the fact that Trump at some points has called for a much larger stimulus that's under discussion, and he thinks that Mitch McConnell is going to come on board with it at some point. It's a little bit more money than McConnell has wanted to spend, but the thought is that this is going to be in cows. If you want to do a coronavirus sort of aid package before the end of the year, there really aren't that many vehicles to do it. This might be the most advanced one running, and so the folks who've been involved with the creation of it as it's being created are basically.
Derek, very briefly, only a few weeks left to 2020. What's the window here to get something actually done?
Yeah, you've got to have something this week, I think, Anne-Marie. You can have a couple of I's left to dot and T's left to cross, but you better have a really good idea by the end of this week where you're going, because you simply need some time to just get all of this stuff through. Remember, there's also a defense bill out there that Trump says he's going to veto that Congress might have to try and override a veto. Would be the first time in Trump's presidency that would happen. It's a couple days away. Theoretically, there's a way to patch that, but there's a lot of things that you have to do that Congress is staring at, and clock's ticking. Everyone's going to go home from Christmas, and then are they going to come back?
According to CNBC, the Senate and House lawmakers aim to release a more detailed outline of their $908 billion aid proposal on Monday, as they prepare legislative text. Democratic leaders have backed the plan as the basis for an emergency relief bill. Senator Bill Cassidy, a Republican from Louisiana and part of the bipartisan group that crafted the $908 billion stimulus plan, told CNBC on Monday that state and local government, support, and business liability are the biggest remaining issues in the relief package. He believes the proposal has a better chance of getting through a divided Congress and past President Trump's desk than existing bills written by only one party. Folks, tell me in the comments down below, do you think that our politicians in Congress will pass a second stimulus bill before the end of the year? With that being said, everybody, that is all the news in regards to our second stimulus check and your unemployment benefits. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. On this channel, I always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information, so be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.
Are surging from coast to coast. The American people have gone entirely without any additional aid, even the least controversial